Most people know St. Martha as the sister who was too busy, the one bustling in the kitchen while Mary sat at Jesus' feet. But that single moment doesn't define her. When we look deeper, Martha emerges as one of the most courageous and faithful women in the Gospels. She is the woman who looked Jesus in the eye after her brother had died and still dared to believe. Martha lived in Bethany, a town near Jerusalem. She shared her home with her siblings Mary and Lazarus, and it became a place of refuge for Jesus. Their household was among the few places where Christ could rest and be received with love. The moment that reveals Martha's true character happens after the death of Lazarus. "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." Martha wasn't always calm. She didn't always understand what Jesus was doing, but she kept showing up. She spoke to him even when it hurt. She didn't pretend everything was fine. It was grief that revealed the depth of her belief. That's when we see her strength, her voice, her leadership. She doesn't just serve in the background. She steps into the center of the story and proclaims the truth. Her relationship with Christ was real, and it was rooted in trust. But even now, I know that whatever you ask of God, God will give you. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next journey into the lives of the saints. You just have to believe even now. And share this with someone who needs Martha's courage today. He simply reminded her that anxiety must never drown presence. We need both contemplation and action. Martha reminds us that holiness can look like cooking meals, cleaning homes, and showing up for others when they need us most. Maybe you've prayed for something that didn't happen the way you hoped. Maybe, like Martha, you've said, "Lord, if you had been here." And where is he calling you to serve with deeper love? That's okay. Say it. Bring it to Jesus, and let him show you that he is still the resurrection and the life, even now. Her courage to speak honestly with Jesus, her refusal to hide her grief, and her ability to still trust are lessons we all need, because we all live in Martha's world, a world of pressure, expectations, and unanswered prayers. This is not the voice of a woman consumed by resentment. The believers who serve and grieve and still hold on to hope. She teaches us that holiness is not about choosing between prayer and action. It's about bringing faith into everything we do, even the smallest acts. This is a woman of faith, even now, even in loss, even in confusion. Martha stands before Christ and believes. Jesus arrives 4 days late, and everyone is grieving. "Yes, Lord, I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God." These are not words of passive acceptance. They are a confession of deep conviction. In that moment, Martha becomes one of the first to proclaim who Jesus truly is, not as a teacher, not as a healer, but as the very source of life. Many expected him to heal Lazarus earlier, to arrive in time. Martha could have turned bitter. She could have walked away. Instead, she does something stunning. She goes out to meet Jesus. That alone says something about Martha. She was a woman who knew how to make others feel welcome, who built a home that could hold sacred presence. But we know that her strength wasn't just in hospitality. And what does she say when Jesus tells her, "I am the resurrection and the life," and asks if she believes? She doesn't hesitate. Her faith paved the way for the miracle that followed. So what can we learn from her? First, faith is not about perfection. Second, service matters. Martha's initial act of serving in the kitchen was not condemned by Jesus unimportant. Third, faith is strongest when tested. Martha's faith came alive not in comfort, but in crisis. Maybe you're carrying burdens or feeling unseen in your daily tasks. St. Martha is not just the patron of cooks and homemakers. She is the patron of the faithful doers. Before you go, take a moment to reflect. Where in your life is Jesus asking you to trust him even now? If this reflection has spoken to your heart, help us share the message. St. Martha's life reminds us, you don't have to be in the spotlight to be great.